Hello world, I'm Robin Catling and this is Write On. Join me in my author journey as I delve into the craft of writing, bringing you tools, tips and lessons learned the hard way so you don't have to. 7 key first chapter questions. Abigail Perry's 7 key first chapter questions are touchstones. They apply not only to opening chapters, but to every chapter and every scene in the novel. We've looked at opening chapters before, but Perry's 7 questions, from presentation in 2023, take a different approach. Why the opening chapter? Perry focuses on this for the big picture. The opening chapter sets so many expectations, and as a reader, I frequently fail to get past chapter 1. That's the challenge every author has to pass. The 7 questions. 1. What kind of story is this? We're talking genre, not the commercial genre of how it's marketed, but the content genre. 2. What is it really about? The genre may be action and adventure, it may be sci-fi, but the story is really about a shift in worldview alongside a coming of age. The headline may be spaceships and the fall of empires, but the story is really about the distrust of authority and the corrupting effect of power. Guess who recently returned to Dune? 3. Who is telling the story? This is our point of view character. Who is narrating? The protagonist of The Great Gatsby is Jay Gatsby, but the unreliable narrator is Nick Carraway. Everything is filtered through his point of view, not Gatsby's. Those points of view are dramatically different. One is a patchwork of half-truths, biases, prejudices, and lies. The other is a veiled, enigmatic, and incomplete portrait. 4. Which characters should the reader care about most? In Pride and Prejudice, yes, collect a sticker, this is Lizzie Bennet, our archetypal romantic heroine. We get to care about Darcy as his true character is revealed. In A Christmas Carol, Dickens makes us care about the unlikable Scrooge. In The Talented Mr. Ripley, Highsmith makes us care about the amoral sociopath Ripley. 5. When and where does the story take place? This is a genre and setting question that we might think is obvious, but must be made clear to the reader, even if the when and where are carefully and deliberately obscured or misdirected. Los Angeles 2049, Hampshire 1805, London 1984, or Neverland, Oz, Narnia. 6. How should the reader feel about what's happening? What emotional response are we trying to evoke? Curiosity, obviously, make them turn the page. But within the story itself, nostalgia, fear, wonder, that cozy warm blanket anticipation of a meet-cute moment? 7. Why should the reader care what happens next? How do we get the reader emotionally invested? Enough to turn the page, continue to chapter 2 and beyond. Because without that investment, a character, a goal, a conflict, the book slides into the did not finish pile. Beyond chapter 1. I'd argue these 7 questions apply to every scene as well as every chapter in the novel. What kind of story? Are we consistent to our genre and the expectations we set at the beginning? Subverting, mixing, or drifting around genres will disappoint more readers than it attracts. It's really about. Are we sticking to our characters and themes? Does each scene and each chapter advance those elements? Who? Do we have a consistent point of view and characterization? Large or small cast, this is a key aspect to get right. Which characters? It's easy to lose focus. A stellar supporting character can overwhelm the protagonist. Uhtred in The Last Kingdom is such a jackass, I wanted him killed off so I could spend more time with King Alfred. Scene by scene, you can also lose focus on the main characters. When and where? There's nothing worse than skipping around locations and timelines so the reader has no idea where they are. Mystery plots and subplots accepted, most readers don't want to navigate your incomplete and badly signposted route. Don't leave them frustrated because your text is vague or jumps around all over the place. How do you feel? What's the emotional core of the scene or chapter? What do you want the reader to take away at the end? If the reader feels nothing, you've missed the point. Readers want to feel engaged. Who cares? What is the reader going to carry into the next scene or chapter? What did they learn? What questions around plot or character do they have to take forward? Why does it matter? What's the difference? The scene cards discussed in a previous post considered the more structural approach of goal, motivation, conflict, and resolution. Perry's 7 questions place more focus on the reader, their perception, feelings, and responses to the story. While you certainly need the G, M, C, and R to make a story, the 7 questions will shape the reader's response. That's all for this time. Thanks for stopping by. You can like and subscribe to the channel, or go to robincatling.info to check out the blog.